Okay, I'm finishing up the Tripping Sponge series. Gonna probably try to wrap it up in the next 10 to 20 videos, but I keep saying that, and then I just want to wrap up a few other things. But I think in this video here, I want to talk about quite a few things. Before I wrap up the Tripping Sponge series, I am gonna finish off the things I was talking about with the moon, and I'm gonna also get into the lightning. I wanted to go all the way, and unless I see something out of Rick showing me that Rick's a real person, then I got to move on. As I've been saying for the last 5, 6 series, time is limited. Not that, try to be clear about this. When I say this, people will be freaking out and everything about when I say time is limited. See, YouTube is going to be knocking everybody out very soon. They're going to do the same thing like Craigslist did. Craigslist was free for a long time, and then Craigslist all of a sudden started charging, and we watched Craigslist go to shit. I'm just looking at a lightning video that I have posted. This is under the Santos Bonacci series for Santos Bonacci part 13. I'm sorry, part 113C, lightning. Now, I posted a lot of good lightning videos on the Santos Bonacci series. They got 3 views, 6 views. Very, very shitty for as far as views go. And what I want to show everybody before I finish out the Tripping Sponge series is that, and I'll shut some of these back lights off. I got lights going on behind me. But I want to show you that the imagery, the lightning cuts out the imagery. And you can come in on this imagery and you can see how detailed and how it cuts out the lightning cuts out the imagery. So when I first started finding this, I thought it was the lightning was following the nanocarbon, the triangular shapes. So, I was going through every one of these bumps, finding a little triangle in there. When I go in, I can. Then what I learned was, no, they weren't actually following the triangles. Well, they are, in a way, because the triangles are everywhere. They're all around us. We're swimming in this shit. So the nanocarbon, the EMNC that I call it, electromagnetic nanocarbon, traces out, the lightning traces out this imagery. It follows the nanocarbon and traces out the imagery. Now, there's some great imagery in here. What I had just done was I turned the light back up on my screen a little. I would say if anybody wants to go to these lightning videos, that's why I posted them. You can do exactly what I'm doing here. Now I've got several lightning strikes in this, and I'm gonna get into all of them. What I do is I mark them down. I mark down the lightning strikes. It's very simple. Every time the lightning strikes, I write down the seconds, minutes, whatever that I was at, and then I can go back with my camera like I'm doing right now. And I turn the brightness down on my camera a little bit so that I can add some contrast. If I want to add some colored filters to all this, I can. I would say you're going to have to get used to the idea of square pixels. Your computer's square pixel garbage. Your cell phone's square pixel garbage. It's all shit, unfortunately. But you can go ahead and use them as a viewing device. Just keep in mind, what it is you're doing. So you can separate the triangular shapes from the square pixels. And what I'm doing right now is I'm slowly cropping into that this image on this side, the large one that's being traced out. The lightning traces it out, and you can see the image clearly. I could actually bring you in on several different images from different angles, but take note of everything that they'll be calling this. See these triangles up here? The conspiracy sites will be calling these UFOs. There's millions of them in here. We can go for all of them, all these triangular shapes. They're all over the fucking place. You can see them with your eyes, people. So this is not a joke, and YouTube's going to be shutting us down. Certain people anyways. I know I'll be probably shut down. December 10th is when they start all of their new terms and conditions. I don't know what those terms and conditions are going to be, but I'm sure they're not going to include me. So what I'm going to do is over the next, I'm going to have enough time to do, I figure, one more series before I get shut down. I'm just trying to bring in the imagery. I'm going slow. And I can bring you in on some of the other. I'm bringing you up for another one because there's a feline coming in now. I see the feline's eyes. You're kind of making out the feline down here. It's not the full image, but it's down here. Eye, nose, mouth of a feline. Looks feline. Let's see what the ears do. Maybe it's not. Could be a mixture. Looks like a feline nose and feline eyes, though, to me. And then I'll go up top, angle my camera up top. I'll pull those back in again. It's a nighttime. This is nighttime, by the way. You know, this is lightning at night. I have lightning in the day. During the day, I caught a really good storm. And this is how easy this is. You just throw your camera out a window, and so your camera's not getting wet. You know, put it in a window, and that's it. So I would say that you know, speaking to Rick, because this is still going to be on the Tripping Sponge series. Rick, there's no reason why you couldn't do this. You know, I'm still questioning you really because you have not changed anything yet. You haven't said, okay, let me go out and do this for real. Let me, you know, be realistic about this. You know, it's been a few days. I'm not going to wait very long. I'll continue doing these videos. But if it doesn't seem like you're going to come out and be a real person, then I'll just assume that, you know, you're just probably somebody from one of these other channels. So one of the things I like about watching the lightning is it'll trace out these certain images, and then others will be left alone. Like there's a very large one here. Let's see if I can take it slow and get you in on it. And I could try some color filters. I'll come back to these lightning videos before I'm done. I just wanted to leave people the opportunity to come in and look for themselves. I'm starting to get that other one to the right now. And again, this is, you know, cropping. So yeah, I see the mouth here of the one that's going to be on this side. Let's see. Gonna come this way with it. I'm angling my camera a little bit. Oh yeah, I see the other one now. I'll also mention while I'm doing these, what I do is I change my brightness. Usually my brightness is very low. Right now I've got it at 98 on the brightness and 74% on the contrast. I usually have it about 50-50 normally when I'm doing clouds and stuff. But when I come in, obviously it's nighttime, so I turn the brightness up a little bit on it. So I've got a lot of good lightning strikes in here. I just marked down a few of them because I just jumped in here. Yeah, so if I come from this way, you'll be able to see this other full skull. Now this here is a wire. You can see this in all my daytime pictures, and that's my flag post. And I'm trying to make sure that these are not leaves from a tree up here. I don't believe they are. But yeah, you can clearly see the imagery if you look. Use your eyes. So, you know, you could take your camera and use it as a viewing device like I'm doing here. And you go on to these. Santos Bonacci series has the best lightning videos. And if I got another storm or whatever, I was planning on doing all this for Rick's series. But I don't know if Rick's series was just a trap to slow me down and fuck me up for another month or two until YouTube officially shuts me down or what. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. So Rick, if you are a real person, I mean, if you are a real person, this should be amazing to you, and you should want to work with me on this. But if not, then no big deal. I'm not going to look at it as a waste of time. I made the videos. They're up there. No big deal. But if you are and you want to continue working with me a little bit and learn about what the fuck's going on here, then you have to show me. I mean, you haven't gone back and retitled anything. That would be a start to retitle them and just keep them on your channel under your own name and don't even add my name to it. Or if you do, you could add 4 or 2 Mike Oziak. That would be a plus, something along those lines to let me know. And then, I keep going back and forth every day about the, ever since I started noticing your videos, Rick. And, I go back and forth with it all, but nah, I just can't buy it, man. It's nah. Because I go in and I'm looking at my videos. I'll come back to this in a minute. Hold on. Let's see. I'm looking at my videos and shit, and if you were, come on, man. I mean, I'm fucking doing some banging shit, and they all got 0 views. I mean, it's weird. Like, even these ones, I got a lot of views, 37 views. Those are not the research vids. These research vids have shit for views, which tells me that you guys are just not seeing what I'm showing you yet, and I don't understand why. But anyways, back to this. Okay, so these 5 views, this is, me 3 or 4 times anyway, so they're really only getting 0 to 2 views or something like that, So here, I'll pull this one up.
My new friend.
So here's me bitching again. Yeah, pissing and moaning. The video about pissing and moaning gets more fucking views than this. All right, so, stuff like this, Rick. You're coming and watching my videos. You're seeing what I'm doing. You're seeing how I'm getting all this. This is easy, man. This is not a big deal. So anybody that's trying to make it a big deal, I'm suspicious of them. All those people that I hired online and tried to hire as research assistants who were not coming through. That's why I made those videos. I believe I already did add them to the Trippi Series, but I'm just gonna press play while I'm looking at this. I mean, it's banging with fucking video. I could do hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Anybody coming to these videos, this is it. This is how you do it. You take the research vids. They're already uploaded for you on my channel. Go to the Trippi Series and see I got 150 or so research videos just of the clouds alone. I don't do a lot of trees, and I don't go in on a veil at all anymore. So I kind of concentrate on the clouds, the moon, and then I'll bounce around on the ground a little bit, knowing that nobody's really going to get it, but I don't want anybody to miss it if they come to my videos, But yeah, you can go in here and start picking out the fucking imagery. It's fucking unbelievable. And nobody's doing that. They're remaining shit for views, right? And then the people that I tried hiring online are doing this even worse than what Rick did. I mean, at least Rick was posting videos, where these people were not even sending me anything but garbage. I mean, real fucking garbage. At least with Rick, you could go up to like the top up here. He'd have the whole camera buried in the ground. Nothing for me to get on the ground. But yet, there would at least be a little bit up here at the top somewhere. You'd have a little something you could get on Rick's videos. Or just like when he went behind the trees, when he goes behind the trees. I mean, this is even a lot for me here to have for trees. What I was doing was I was probably trying to get this stuff that was down between the trees. But even that is I got 3/4 of the screen viewable. And I know when I'm looking how much imagery I got here. So I certainly wouldn't want to lower my fucking camera down like this to the fucking ground and grab a whole bunch of shit that I can't even see. This doesn't make any fucking sense. There's a lot in here for everybody. Everybody should be looking at this. I'm gonna get really fucking pissed off in the next few days. I know I am, because right now I'm just numb. I'm just fucking numb right now. I'm so fucking aggravated by this. Everyone's refusal to awaken. And now I know why I felt like I was running out of time, because YouTube's going to shut everybody down. Not everybody, but they're going to shut certain people down. I'm sure that I will be one of them. It's going to either be a matter of monetary status or some kind of shit that I'm not going to be eligible for. Computer upgrades that are going to cost thousands of dollars that I'm not going to be willing to spend. some shit's gonna happen. I may be able to do is I may be able to yeah, so see, I'm shooting the shit in this video, so let's see what I do. Yeah, so here we go. So I finally plant my camera, and I'm just watching the clouds roll through, and the imagery is fucking banging. Now, this is a 22-minute video of the clouds rolling by. Now, I can leave this camera here, obviously, because the clouds are rolling by. Just like as if I was doing water that was rolling by or something like that. Yes, you can leave your camera. But to do the shit that Rick was doing, no, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. This whole thing's fucking weird to me. Why everybody's fucking playing games. All right, so come back here, right? So the moon. Now, granted, the moon research vids. Now, these are me with my telescope taking these research vids of the moon. The moon videos under Santos Bonacci series are the ones I'm going to probably go back and use to finish out Rick's series. Even though I got a shitload of research vids here of the moon for Rick's video. I'm probably going to go back and use Santos because they're a little darker. I had the other outside filter on where on the day that I did Rick's, it was too cold out and the lens kept fogging up on me. And the only way I can avoid that is if I do it from inside the house. And sometimes I can do that. It depends if I catch the moon before it passes my, big windows. Otherwise, I'm kind of screwed on that as far as that goes. So I might go back and do that. 19 views. I'm just looking at some of these as I'm going through. So, yeah, they got shit for views. But when I was going back, I was looking around, and not really many of the series at all got shit for views anyways, really. There's a couple that really stand out. They jump up a little bit here and there. There's a Beyond the Imaginary Curve video that's jumped up to 400 views. But like this one, Pissing and Moaning gets 38 views. Yet this here and this here and this here are all banging fucking imagery. And notice how I have the camera aimed at the clouds when I'm looking to grab the clouds. Granted, the ones I'm driving around is a little bit tough, but... So here's another one, 0 views. Let's see what this is all about. This is a Tripping Sponge, part 150, and it's got 0 views. The fucking imagery is banging. Imagery is fucking banging in here. Yep. And I gotta think of a new word to use besides banging, but yeah. Everyone should be able to see all this, I can, of course, I came over here, like I said, and I, for the, what do you call it? Let me see. Just gonna turn that down to like 50%. Then I'll turn this one down to 50%. And then, okay. So that's all I did for that. So my camera is probably a little bit bright right now. Every time I try to change that while I'm doing this, I usually have a problem. No, it's pretty dark actually. I can probably brighten it a little bit. Alright, so right around there. And I'm already at 18 minutes. This was the phone that shuts off on me after 30 minutes. But yeah, look at all the faces in there. One of the things I was going to show you guys before the Trippi Sponge series ends, before I end it, there'll be quite a few things actually. I'm going to bring you through all these clouds, just the ones that have 0 views or very few views. I want to just I'm just going to set this camera on the desk in the next day or two, and we're going to run through a bunch of those, and I'm just going to let them run through. It's just clouds rolling by, so it's easy for me to do, and I turn some music on and I do that. So that'll be one thing that I'll bring you through. Let's see where this goes. Oh yeah, and this has got 0 views, this fucking video. And I've already got filters on the camera outside, so I don't really need to put filters on the camera inside. But see the cropping that I'm doing? See how when I'm going to start cropping and I run across the screen, you might say, what the fuck's he doing? Rick, you should be familiar with all this, right? with the cropping. The camera circling all the imagery that it sees. Can move my camera up and down the screen. Look at a fucking eyeball, real clear as day. I don't know what it belongs to yet. I can't just wait to see the other one. Oh, it's a rodent of some kind. See the eye, how clear the eye is? Here's the other one. Looks human eyes. This eye looks human. Let's see if it all goes to the same thing. Oh, did I press play? I press play. Motherfucker. How the fuck did I do that? Let's go back. Let's watch that come in. This is another thing that it's like funny. The camera is circling the eyes. Let's see what this ends up being. The morphing. Well, what Rick was asking me before about morphing. I mean, Rick really does have some really good questions for somebody. That's was the one good thing. I mean, if he does end up being a lying motherfucking shill or something like that, I'll be disappointed and a little bit surprised because a lot of imagery in here, man. Because he does ask some really good questions. Look at this fucking thing, huh? Look at this thing. This is what I'm saying. The beast category is shit like this. You know, look at it. Look at all the faces in here. You know, they're all over the fucking place. So I could spend hours on each of these. This is again 0 videos. Tripping Sponge series for Rick, part 150. You know, image within image within image within image all the way through. Let me get back to this eye one while I'm shooting shit about nothing too. Yeah, so YouTube's gonna shut everybody down, and I'm gonna have to go away. So once they do that, I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know if my standing channel will still stand, whatever's on there, or if they take the whole channel down. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Or it may just be that I end up having no access to the channel, which means I won't be able to get rid of copyright strike videos and shit like that. It could be something along those lines. Whatever, if I'm not willing to pay their... yeah, there's a lot of good fucking imagery in this video. Extortion money. If I'm not, be willing to pay that and be a legitimate entertainment channel, with commercials and everything like that, then it might not work for me. I may not be allowed to do it. Let's see. Yeah, this is fucking unbelievable. So this is how easy it is. So this is daytime, clouds rolling by, green filter on the fucking camera. I'm using my second camera now to tighten the pixels now that I've got the videos downloaded. And I just play and pause whatever I want, whatever I see, I play and pause. So let's just stand back a little bit. And yeah, see what's happening here? So you get to watch these clouds morphing, and you get to watch the nanocarbon working. The nanocarbon are amazing to watch work, man. They really are. It's fucking cool because, there's no... It's all electromagnetics. There's no motors. There's no exhaust. There's no movement like you would picture humans would have to use, like a propeller or a jet or some kind of engine or something. It doesn't work that way, man. It just, you can see it all work. That's why I'm so fucking positive about this being what I'm calling it, electromagnetic nanocarbon. It's easy to be able to see it all. And then what you do is you take it from the clouds to the ground by building a fire in your yard and doing the same thing you're doing with the clouds. You do this same thing I'm doing here with smoke and steam and things like that, which I've done videos on, but not in the last few series. I haven't done those things because I just figured it'd be more exciting to do all of this other stuff that I'm doing, but it doesn't seem like anybody's getting any of it. Which I'm glad I did, because I would have never learned what I did about the moon and all that either. So no, I'm grateful that I did follow my instinct on those things, and it was and it worked out well. All right, so I'm hitting play again. Watch these morph. You know, you can see this whole entire image here. I got to stop saying faces and pictures. Image is this whole entire image here. You can see it moving through the fucking sky, separate from these other images. Then look at a human face that's coming up back here. You know, cropping themselves, cropping each other. Lots of imagery in here. It's unbelievable. So 0 views this fucking thing got, right? Yeah, I mean, and the thing is that, you know, to even get this excited, I'm gonna come back and do more cloud videos. Like I said, I'm gonna go through all my cloud videos and do that. That's one thing I'm gonna promise to do before I end the Tripping Sponge series. I'm hoping that Rick will come out and post some realistic, you know, shit like I'm doing here. Like if he was really interested in doing this, he would have done. I mean, look at them all. Look at them all. The research vids. You know, self-explanatory, easy to see. If I'm aimed at the fucking clouds, it's because I'm going for clouds. Here's another one. 0 views. It says 1 view, but it's not. Because that 1 view is probably me. Again, same thing. Filled with imagery. Use your camera phone. That's why I'm using the filters outside, so you don't have to have filters. You just take your camera phone, turn the brightness down on it, and you can come in and see all this imagery. The nanocarbon, you'll see the triangles everywhere. Identify them, small, tiny triangles to the big triangles. Look at them everywhere, notice them. Giving you all different days of clouds. This is on the road. This is a road video, I guess. Yep. Awesome, awesome fucking video. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with everybody, man. Let me see what goes on over here. Huh. Yeah, alright. Um, this looks interesting. Already at 28 minutes. This video is gonna end on me. So I don't want to make too boring of a video out of it. Um, Let me just try to finish up what I was talking about earlier, I guess, while I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this one to come through here. So YouTube's gonna put a halt on everything. They're gonna be doing their new terms and conditions, and I'm not gonna be affiliated. So what I will do is I will put out everything on my vids before I'm kept away. Talked about doing it before. In other words, my email addresses, my Facebook account. Facebook sucks. I hate doing Facebook. It goes even slower than YouTube, and they're all zombies. Everybody's fucking guaranteed to be a zombie on Facebook, so it's kind of useless. But if I don't have any choice and I get shut off of YouTube, it'd be good to know how to get in touch with each other, anyways. So I'll say that if anybody did already join my Facebook account, and you accidentally, I might have deleted you, because anybody that's blocking me on Facebook, I decided to go ahead and delete them. I don't want to be blocked by anybody. So if you do want to join it, you don't block me, and we'll get along fine. And we can at least stay in touch on Facebook, because I might have to run this whole thing over on Facebook. I'm not looking forward to it, but if YouTube does do what I think they're about to do, then then I'll be screwed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna do all these videos for you guys, all these ones that got 0 views and everything like that. I'm gonna come in here and pull the imagery out of it all for you before I end the series for a tripping sponge. Look at all the fucking faces everywhere. Um, let's see if this clears up. Yeah. Yeah, so play and pause, play and pause. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do that, and then I'll do the lightning videos. I'll do a bunch of them on the clouds. So I doubt I'll actually be able to do it in 10 to 20 videos, but it won't take me long. It won't be a long period of time. Unbelievable, man. The fucking imagery is so fucking crisp and clear. Um, and then the moon. The